In the famous words of Matthew McConaughey, all right. Welcome back to Ground Game, ladies and gentlemen. For your man G to the Mills behind the camera, I am Abdul Ali with your Cabarrus County Republican Party. Yo, I know we've been missing. I know we've been gone, but we're back. So make sure you share this content with your friends, family members, and other right-minded and like-minded people in Cabarrus County. Today, we are going to be chopping it up about a group of folks who are helping veterans here in Cabarrus County. Super shouts out to Team Operation Decisive Victory. They will be joining us on today's episode as well. We will be joined by your Cabarrus County Republican Party Chairman Scott Elliott to talk about county conventions coming up. So we're going to get into your municipal calendar, and we will be right back here on Ground Game.
This is your Cabarrus County Community Calendar. On Monday, March 8th, Kannapolis City Council, Harrisburg Town Council, and the Cabarrus Board of Education will meet. On Tuesday, March 9th, Concord City Council and Midland Town Council will meet. Concord City Council will meet again on Thursday, March 11th. Cabarrus County Commissioners will meet on Monday, March 15th. The Cabarrus Board of Education and Kannapolis City Council will both meet again on Monday, March 22nd.
And my friends, if we do not all start taking personal responsibility for our lives, if we all do not start saying, as this next generation of young conservatives coming up, saying that, it's not enough, we're not just going to take on the status quo, we're not just going to sit here and say, I'll just patiently wait for my time to come to go make a difference in Washington or in my state government. My friends, if we do that, if we sit on the sidelines, we will not have a country to inherit. If we do not get involved and say that it is our duty to make sure that our country is responsible, that our country doesn't take away our liberties, then, my friends, we will lose this nation. And so my encouragement to all of us here is, as young conservatives, this new generation that's coming up, it's time to take responsibility. I need reinforcements in Washington, D.C.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on Ground Game with your Cabarrus County Republican Party. And today we're going to do things like I promised, just a little bit different. I am being joined today by the CEO of a group that's from right here in Cabarrus County, Operation Decisive Victory. Donna, welcome to Ground Game.
Thank you for having me on today.
Glad that you could be here. So, we're really big about veterans. I am anyway, and I've had an opportunity to work with you guys. So tell the folks, what is Operation Decisive Victory? What is this all about?
Awesome. My name is Donna, and Operation Decisive Victory is a nonprofit 501c3 serving the veteran community. We serve both veterans and first responders, but the goal here is to be that decisive victory. So all that means, decisive victory is, in every battle, in every war, we have small battles, and we have to win those little battles in order to win the war. And we are that decisive victory. So if a family is struggling, we come in and we give them a hand up, and we walk them through their journey, and we give them that decisive victory that they're looking for, the hope, the love. Yeah, so.
Over 10,000 veterans here in Cabarrus County, and I know you help folks statewide, all over the state, and in some cases all over the country even.
Absolutely.
If there was something you guys could say to your elected officials about what the veterans are facing, and that to the audience watching, that you guys really see veterans struggling with, what do you guys think needs the most help with our folks?
The one thing I can always say is, don't make the veteran needs a political need. It's always a talking point during election season, but what we're seeing is the daily struggles. They don't have a voice to their daily struggles, which could be anything. Could be from paying bills to losing jobs to not being able to provide for their family. Veterans are, and I can say this because my husband is a Marine, he's medically retired. Veterans, as far as I'm concerned, are very prideful people. They lived for the country, they fought for the country, and they take that seriously. And when they're put in a position where they can't provide for their own family, that is a huge hit on them, both on their mental health, both on their physical. And we are not, when they're in that position of not being able to ask for help or being too prideful to ask for help, when they finally ask for help, that means they've let go of their guards and they're not prideful anymore. And we are not in a position to say no to them or disqualify them because we don't know how that's going to end up in their story. I would absolutely think anything, be it from paying bills to not having a home to taking care of their families, our veteran needs to always be primary out in the forefront.
I think that's important what you said about not making veterans' needs just a talking point during election cycles. One of the things I noticed about you guys, and as y'all know, I'm an Army veteran. I served in the field artillery. The camaraderie between veterans of all the branches, and I've spent Thanksgiving with you guys. I've come to a couple of outdoor events that you've had, and the camaraderie within the organization is amazing. Quick question for you. What can people do to support you guys here locally in your local mission and in your national mission? What can we do to help?
So if I can go back to what you just said right now, the camaraderie is what we're missing in the civilian world. When they are in service and they deploy together, they train together, the families are together taking care of each other. When they are transitioning over to the civilian world, they miss that. The community does not understand, the families don't understand what the specific needs are for the veterans and the veteran families. So as a community, the one thing that we are trying to teach is the education part. What is a veteran family? What are their needs? And how to take care of a veteran family. So we as a nonprofit, we as a 100% volunteer organization, our ask is very simple. We don't ask for the big bucks. We don't ask for big attention. What we are asking for is the $5, the $1 donations, the donations of clothing, donations of time, the donations of volunteers. You know, it takes talent to run a business. It takes a community coming together, and we're truly changing that mindset. Our donors are not the $1 million donors. Our donors are the everyday small business owners, the everyday community members and constituents who are, you know, they give us free haircuts. They give us free services. They give us discounted services to the veteran in need. So that is what we're looking for, and that's how our operations have been running so far. So we've been in operation for 2.5 years now. We opened our doors in 2019.
That's right.
And I can honestly say, last year we brought in about $30,000, and that's $30,000 from the community. And this Cabarrus, Rowan County, our small business owners here, they've helped us serve veterans across the country, not just in Cabarrus. And that's the heart of the community that we're trying to reach, and we're trying to share and change that narrative. The status quo is just the status quo, and we're trying to change that.
All right, and as Jay-Z once said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So Donna, give them the numbers, because y'all putting in work. Let's give them some numbers.
Thank you. So these are just 2020 numbers as far as Cabarrus County is concerned. So we had 45 different veteran families that we served in 2020 in the county, of which 19 were homeless. The county does not recognize our homeless population, so this was huge that we actually helped 19 different families, and that number is growing. We had 34 different cases that came to us from community partners. And by that, I mean the shelters that we work with, the small businesses that we work with. And when a veteran comes into a small business asking for help, or when they hear that they're a veteran, they immediately call us and let us know that there's a need, and we actually go to that vet. 11 of them were self-referrals, that they found out about us, that we're around, and they call us or email us and let us know that they need help. This is the crazy part. This one makes me really sad. And it's probably also why ODV is in existence. 87% of the 45 cases we had last year were turned down by other organizations. So we have so many different veteran organizations in the county, in the state, across the country. Why are they being turned away? Why are our veterans being turned away from getting help? So we are that organization that catches the folks that are disqualified from other programs for various reasons. It could be that they're not a member of that organization, that they can't get help, or that they're too qualified, or they make more money than what's expected. And then the last but not least, 99% of the Cabarrus County cases from last year are closed. So our goal is, our average response time right now for any case that we get is 72 hours. In 72 hours, that's all it's going to take us, maybe less. But in 72 hours, we're going to identify the problem, we're going to understand the root cause, we're going to ask you all the questions. So there might be a veteran that's coming to us with a $50 utility bill. We're paying that $50, but we're also going to ask you enough questions to understand why that need even came across. Like, what is the root cause? And do you have your VA benefits? Like, do you have a good job? Is your family taken care of? Do they have any mental health needs? So there might be cases that come in for a utility bill, but they're walking away with VA benefits, they're walking away with food and clothing. There's more. As we ask the questions, we are not understanding the bigger picture, the holistic picture, and that's the goal. The goal is, if someone comes to us, they can come to us multiple times, but we want to make sure they're equipped to be successful in life and reintegrated quicker and efficiently.
That sounds amazing, because while you're talking about that, the only thing I'm thinking is that leads to a decisive victory.
Absolutely.
Helping somebody understand the root cause of a problem can help them.
Absolutely.
That's an amazing thing.
Yeah.
So how can people support you guys? I know you have an event coming up on March 20th, but if people want to donate, people want to go to your website, how do they get a hold of you guys on social media? Give them all the info.
All right, so our website is www.operationdv.com. We have all the information out there, how to get in touch with us. If you are a veteran or a family in need, there is a form that you can fill out right on the website, and that will come to us immediately. Our turnaround time right now is give us 24 hours. It's usually less than that, but within 24 hours, someone from the organization will reach out and let you know. If you are a shelter, or if you are another nonprofit that you have a veteran that you are assisting that can use our assistance, there is a form for you all to fill out as well. That will ask all the documents that we're looking for and everything else. Our screening process is rigid, but at the same time, it's not rigid to disqualify. It's rigid to make sure that you get more help than you're asking for and you're successful in life. We have an event coming up. This is the first ever in Cabarrus County. I'm going to show you what the picture looks like. So when you do see it on Facebook, you know what it is. It is the Veteran Stand Down and Resource Fair. What a stand down usually is it serves the homeless and at-risk population in the community, but we're expanding that. This is the first of its kind in Cabarrus County. So it's going to be a stand down. We're going to have free clothes, food, hygiene products. We have organizations coming out to do free haircuts, beard trims, makeovers, whatever it is that you're looking for. It's a give back event. We want to give back to the veterans in the community, and we're also opening it up to the civilian community as well. Come out, support us, see what all the other organizations are. This is not just about ODV helping. This is about the community coming together. And we have over 15 different vendors, 15 different organizations that signed up to just show presence, show who they are, and what they're doing for the community as well. And like we always say, if the community works together, we won't have any of the problems that we are facing today.
So I'm going directly out there as soon as our convention's over. I'm heading out there to come kick it at the stand down. So ladies and gentlemen, I am with Donna with Operation Decisive Victory. The website is on your screen. Greg got it floating around somewhere in there. Make sure you support your local nonprofits that are doing the grassroots, boots on the ground, in the trenches work like Operation Decisive Victory. There are lots of folks I know from the Cabarrus GOP that work with you guys and support you, and we thank you so much for doing that. But ladies and gentlemen, make sure you support Operation Decisive Victory. We will be right back on Ground Game with our Chairman Scott Elliott. Stay tuned.
Right? I mean, we had a recount in our Chief Justice race that came down to 401 votes. And you can't tell me in 100 North Carolina counties they couldn't have come up with 4 votes if I didn't have lawyers and attorneys there in every single one of those counties. The Democrat filed protests in 92 of our counties. I paid over $750,000 in legal fees just to make sure we were countering on those protests. This is going to have to be part of the Republican establishment going forward. And I'm really glad that Ronna and Tommy and the RNC are committed to working to make sure that we have the legal resources that we're going to need, because this is going to be lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ground Game. As promised, I am joined by your Cabarrus County Republican Party Chairman, Scott Elliott. Scott, welcome back to Ground Game, brother.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate the opportunity to come and say a few words tonight. First off, I want to tell everybody it's been a pleasure to be your chairman for the last 2 years. I've thoroughly enjoyed that. It's been a great experience, a true learning experience for me, and was glad to be the chairman for the last 2 years. Second thing, I want to be sure and thank you guys here tonight and the entire communications committee, the Ground Game, and some of the other things we've done from a communication standpoint. The last 2 years has just been phenomenal. A lot of that gained local and national attention, and you guys put out a quality product, and the Ground Game is just one part of that.
Awesome. So we're talking about county convention today. And first off, I know a lot of people have questions. Why did we separate the precinct meetings from the actual county conventions, if you want to speak to that?
Yeah, great question, Adul. A couple things. Unfortunately, we're still a year later from COVID, and I felt it was very important to have a virtual option for the county convention. And to be able to do that, it was necessary to separate the precinct meetings from the actual convention. That way to allow a virtual option for folks that aren't comfortable or can't attend the county convention in person.
Gotcha. So you can participate. And we're going to talk about participation, but tell the folks when and where we will have county convention this year.
The county convention is going to be March 20th at the City Club on McGill Avenue. Registration starts at 8 a.m. with the convention starting at 9 a.m.
Gotcha. Who can come versus who can vote? That is something we've gotten questions about on the website.
Again, another great question. I want to clarify that a little bit. First off, any registered Republican can attend the convention as a visitor. The voting is limited to folks that attended the actual precinct meeting or submitted an absentee form.
So, sounds like to me, you still want people to come either virtually or in person, but how important do you think it really is for folks, if they've never participated in party stuff before, for them to get to this convention or at least participate virtually?
I think it'd be a great opportunity to folks, if they can't actually vote, to attend, to get some great information. We're going to have a couple things going on. Number one, we're going to have some great guest speakers that will provide some information, a couple of judicial candidates and some other local candidates and local members of the Republican Party will be there to speak. Second thing, we're going to be talking about our plan of organization for the county. We're going to make some modifications to that to align it more closely with the state plan of organization. The plan of organization is essentially our bylaws that we operate by. And it's some great information. If folks really want to know the workings of the county party, it'd be a great opportunity to learn some information about that.
Good deal. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, March 20th, City Club at Gibson Mill on McGill Avenue. Registration is going to start at 8 a.m. Program is going to start at 9. If you are a delegate, you have the option to vote virtually. And again, if you're new to the party, we had a lot of new faces at the precinct meetings. It's a great opportunity for you to come and learn about how the party works and participate in that county convention process. So information will be continuously updated on our website. You can go to cabarrus.nc.gop/Convention 2021. Stay posted there on that website because information is continuously going to be updated. We will be right back here on Ground Game.
We are not going to lie down and take this anymore. Education is for education, not for indoctrination. We need to make that point clear as conservatives. We need to get involved with our school boards. We need to get involved with our city councils. We need to make sure that the school board meeting on Monday is as packed as the football stadium on Friday night. And if we do that, we can make some real changes in our communities.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for this episode of Ground Game. I learned a lot from Donna with Operation Decisive Victory. Make sure you go and support those guys. And do remember, your Republican Party convention is March 20th. Registration starts at 8 a.m. Event will start at 9. We have a virtual option, so please stay tuned to the website for information on how you can participate in your county convention. And remember, stay tuned right here on our Facebook page for more episodes of Ground Game. I'm Abdul Ali for your Cabarrus County Republican Party. Peace.